This is some of the fun stuff. Here is an elliptical building where the roof is elliptical. You tilt a glass of water, and that's where your physics problem comes in, because I'm sure you change the tension on the water, the surface of the water, whenever you tilt it, and you go from a circle into an ellipse. And orbits are not circular, even though in the days gone by they thought they were, but they're elliptical, not circular. My favorite is, because I've been there, and this is Statuary Hall in the U.S. Capitol, and at which point in time this used to be the room where the House of Representatives used to meet. So when you go into the House and you go into the Senate, they're very small. Those rooms are very small. On television they look really big, but they're very small when you come right down to it. It doesn't matter because nobody's there anyway. Well, if you think of it, look at C-SPAN. They're standing there talking to nobody. Really. That's their television time for their constituents. But in Statuary Hall, which is now just a place where, of course, it's called Statuary Hall because of all these statues, and also it is a place where a lot of times they'll have dignitaries that are they basically, if you wanted to go and see them, the rotunda, they open it, and the casket is there. What was his name? MacArthur. His last name was MacArthur, and he was the general during World War II. When he died, his body laid in state, and then you could actually filter through past his body. Eisenhower, same thing. John F. Kennedy was there where it was open. But what's in Statuary Hall, which is so interesting, and in fact it does tell you about this, it's called, they call it now the Whispering Room too. It says, was in this room that John Quincy Adams, while a member of the House of Representatives, discovered this acoustical phenomenon. It is an ellipse. That room is elliptical. He situated his disc at a focal point of the elliptical ceiling, easily eavesdropping on private conversations of other members located near the other focal point. So if the ellipse has two foci, remember where the string is attached there and there? So he'd position himself here, and he'd be listening to what was going on over there. And you can, and in fact, when I was there, I stood at one spot, and another one of the people with me stood there, and you would whisper, and you could hear them as clearly as if they were talking to you. And that's that was the qualities of an ellipse, and it had everything to do with the foci. So if you stood at one foci, the other person was at the other foci, you could whisper, and it could actually hear very, very clearly what you were saying. So yeah. So and John Quincy Adams was one of our presidents, and he was the son of a president, but he was only a one-term president. So maybe that was one of the reasons why that in the House of Representatives he wasn't very ethical. So he